Josh Hatcher from Manlihood.com here. Just wanted to talk to you a little bit about the blame game. You know, I played this for a long time, and sometimes I think I might still slip into it, but I try really hard not to. You know, you look at a negative situation in your life, and you say, oh, it's the man. The man's keeping me down. Or, you know what? I'm so sick of my boss not making things work. Or, you know what? It's her fault. She's constantly berating me and talking bad about me. Talking about your wife or your mom or whoever, right? Listen, the only way you're going to succeed in life is if you take responsibility. The only way that you're going to get through it is if you just take the responsibility to fix it. And responsibility is not the same as blame. Blame is when you say it's their fault that it's broken. Or it's my fault that it's broken. You could even say that. That's still blame. When you're finding someone to blame, you're not really fixing the problem. All you're doing is identifying the problem and why it is and who caused it. And a lot of times what happens with the blame game is that we tend to blame other people for something that's our responsibility. The responsibility game works differently. It's not a game at all. What responsibility says is there's a problem and it's up to me to fix it. And when you say there's a problem, and really the only person that can do anything about how I react to this problem is me. You have no control over whether your wife is going to treat you right. You have no control over whether your kids are going to obey you. That is up to them to choose to obey you. But you have a responsibility to identify the problem, identify your role in causing the problem if it is there, identify your role in fixing the problem, whether you caused it or not. And I think that that's the challenge and the problem that we have, is that when we play the blame game, we don't really offer solutions. So when there's a problem, find a solution and make yourself part of that solution. And to be honest with you, you cannot solve every problem. Some problems that you're going to have, your responsibility is to know that it exists and not repeat those same mistakes that the other people have made and just move on. Sometimes there's nothing you can do to fix a problem, and that's okay. But I think that as a man, if you don't take responsibility seriously, and if you just play the blame game, all you're going to do is dig a hole. What you really need to do is fill that hole in. And digging a hole is great until somebody falls down and trips in the hole. When you walk and you badmouth your boss for the mess they made, you know what? You don't fix the problem. You don't fix it. You just make it so that you've run your mouth now, and then the other employees who hear you do it, now they have less respect for the boss, and it still doesn't fix the problem. Just take responsibility and fix the problem. Let's do it. We can do this, man.